this love of God, which is difficult to achieve by even Lord Brahma, by your mercy, will now be distributed to all living entities. I will appear to you again in the future. And when I opened my eyes, Advaita Acharya is telling all the devotees, when I opened my eyes, I saw our Lord Vishvambara. And within moments, he vanished from my sight. And he's remembering that Vishwarup used to come to my home and hear Bhagavad Gita. And Vishwarup, and then I used to see at that time Vishvambara coming to call Vishwarup for lunch. And I was astonished. This most exquisite child came to my house to call his brother. And Vishvambara captivated my entire being with his extraordinary beauty. And I would spontaneously bless him by saying, Ashirvad Kori Bhakti Hoi Hok Bhalia. Oh child, I bless you to become Krishna conscious. You are from such an illustrious family, a family of scholars, Nilambara Chakravarti and Jagannath Misra. Shri Krishner Anugraha Hok Shobar Krishna Nam Mataho Shokal Shamshar. In the future, everyone will come to the house of this great Brahmin, Vishvambara. Advaita Acharya roared jubilantly, and everyone chanted Hari Hari. So then, after revealing this dream, already at that time, Advaita Acharya, he's good Vishnu. He's Vishnu avatar, he knows everything. But he's acting as though he doesn't know who is Nimai. So one day, Gadadhar Pandit, and so now we've talked about everybody in the Panchatattva. Sriman Mahaprabhu, and Advaita Acharya Prabhu, and Srivas Thakur, and now Gadadhar Pandit. And last, Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu comes last. Actually not last, but he comes. Well, we mentioned yesterday, he was waiting for the order, Shuno Nityananda. I said Nityananda Prabhu came from the Panchatattva. They're gradually assembling. So Gadadhar Pandit, he was the childhood friend of Nimai. They were friends. And actually after Nimai came back from Gaya and had changed his life and become a devotee, then he was with Gadadhar Pandit and other devotees, and he was crying and he was saying, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? And Gadadhar Pandit said, oh, Krishna is in your heart. And then immediately Nimai, he took his Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he took his fingers and nails, he began to tear open his chest. Krishna's in my heart. I mean, they literally tear open his chest. And then Gadadhar Pandit, seeing him, immediately stopped him, saying, no, Krishna will come. Krishna's coming. Krishna's just now coming. Just wait a little. Krishna will come. And then Nimai. So seeing this, Sachimata, she recognized the intelligence of Gadadhar Pandit. She said, you give me this. I request you always remain with Nimai. You always remain with Nimai. Because I never know at any time this craziness, what he will do. You always remain with him. and pretty much Gadadhar Pandit was always with Nimai. Always. When they were always associating and discussing in kirtans and Shiva Samyan. And then when Mahaprabhu took sannyas, Gadadhar Pandit also was with him. 4 devotees, one of them Gadadhar Pandit. And Gadadhar Pandit went to Puri. And he was residing in Puri with Mahaprabhu. Then eventually, Mahaprabhu, wanting to go to Vrindavan, didn't want to take anybody with him. Mahaprabhu finally leaving for Vrindavan Jatra, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Gadadhar Pandit, they're following. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fell down unconscious. And Mahaprabhu is just leaving, walking. And then Gadadhar Pandit saying, no, I will come with you, And Mahaprabhu says, what about your vow to stay in Nilachal and worship Gopinath? Tota Gopinath. And Gadadhar Pandit said, let my sannyas vow go to hell. And Mahaprabhu said, then I will be the cause of this adharmic activity. I will be the cause. You stay there. And Gadadhar Pandit realized that Mahaprabhu leaving him fell unconscious. He was always with Mahaprabhu. When he toured South India and preaching, and he wasn't there. He stayed in Puri. So Gadadhar and Nimai, they came to the house of Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya is the senior most Brahmin in the whole community. So upon arriving, they saw Advaita Acharya offering water and tulsi to the Lord, worshipping the Lord. With raised hands, he was calling out, Hari, Hari! You can imagine his puja, quite ecstatic, worshipping with tulsi and Ganga Jal and raised hands calling out, Hari, Hari! Hari, Hari! Sometimes laughing, sometimes crying, completely oblivious of the external world, like a mad lion full of raging fury, as if he were the incarnation of Rudra. Actually, he is incarnation of Sadashiv and Mahavishnu. So when Nimai came, Vishwambara, he saw Advaita Acharya doing that puja, he became overwhelmed with prema, he fell down unconscious. And then Advaita Acharya, seizing the opportunity, he began to explain, today I have captured you, you are a thief, you are a thief. Why are you a thief? Because you are stealing, which is what I own. I have called you to the world, I have brought you here, you are mine. And you are not giving me access to you. You are a thief, he's saying. How will you escape from me today, at this time? All this time you have been hiding your real identity from me and everyone. But somehow you have come here. You cannot always cheat me. I know who you are, and now I will cheat the cheater. And he began to worship. Nimai is still unconscious. And Advaita Acharya begins to worship Nimai. Pada, Agya, Archame, Alai, Shaitan, Chaitanya, Charan, Puje, Acharya Goshai, Ganda, Pushpa, Dhup, Deep, Charan, Upare, Puna, Puna, A Shlok, Puri, Namaskare. With the chandan, with the flowers, with the incense, with the lamp, he's worshipping the lotus feet of Sriman Mahaprabhu. A Shlok, and chanting this slok. Anybody know what sloka? You can chant after me. Namo Brahmana Devaya, O Brahmana Hitaya Cha, Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. So we can just conceptualize, we can visualize Advaita Acharya here. This is the deity now you saw. Mahaprabhu is down unconscious. Advaita Acharya is sitting, Mahaprabhu reveals himself, and Advaita Acharya is worshipping and chanting this prayer, Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmana. Tears flowing down his eyes, with folded hands worshipping the Lord. So Gadadhar Pandit, seeing this, he's a little perplexed. Still he's not understanding who is Nimai, he's his friend. And he said to Acharya, Oh Goshai, it does not befit you to behave like this with someone so much younger than yourself. He is just a mere lad. And Advaita Acharya scolded, Oh Gadadhar Pandit, how long will you go on seeing him as just a mere lad? And then Gadadhar Pandit began to realize, is he the incarnation we have been waiting for? So in this way, at this time, simultaneously, Srivas Thakur, Advaita Acharya and Gadadhar Pandit realized who was Nimai. And then shortly after this, Lord Nityananda comes, and then the Panchatattva has become established and begin to inaugurate the Sankirtan. Actually, the Panchatattva is the most worshipable Ishta Devata in our movement, Panchatattva. We worship Radha Krishna, but Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radhe Krishna, Nahi Anna. That's why you'll see in many of these temples, like tomorrow we'll see at Chaitanya Mat. Chaitanya Mat, the deities there, who knows the name? Radha. Forget. The most the most dearest deities of Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, big beautiful deities. This is his headquarters, and you'll see Mahaprabhu also standing there. So, and that where mostly wherever Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur installed Radha Krishna, standing beside them is Mahaprabhu. Similarly, in our Chandrodaya Mandir, Radha Krishna are there, and then there's a small Mahaprabhu that Prabhupada installed, you'll see, always. In Calcutta, in Bengal particularly. In Calcutta, our temple, Radha Govinda, Mahaprabhupada installed Radha Govinda, and beside Mahaprabhu. And in Bangladesh, our temples, this is the stuff, just to show that Radha Krishna is non-different from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, But actually the most worshipable, just like in the new temple, you took tour of new temple, you will go, they will go one day and see. Huh? You go inside, you just go to the office, you book, and they will take you, you go and see them, they'll take you around inside. I'll show you can see inside, huge. You can see the altars. You can see them making different things. You can go take tour anytime. So the central altar is Panchatattva. The central altar, the main altar will be Panchatattva. And on the side will be Radha, Madhav and Ashtashaki on the our right hand side, and on the left will be Guru Parampara. So you'll see that in the main temple of ISKCON, the world headquarters, the main altar is Panchatattva. And actually when Prabhupada first went to New York and began preaching Bhagavad Gita classes 3 nights a week in 26th 2nd Avenue, then you see he's worshipping the Panchatattva. He got the devotees to paint the picture of the Panchatattva, and he was worshipping the Pancha Arati and offering bhoga to the Panchatattva. And Radha Krishna picture was there on the side, but the Panchatattva is our most worshipful. So you must have, at least in your home, you must have picture of Panchatattva and Prabhupada. And then there's everything, and everything else can become embellishment of that. But there's the essential, fundamental Panchatattva and Prabhupada. Everything else will be connected to that. Advaita Acharya, now convinced that the worshipable Lord that he had prayed for has appeared, he left Navadip and he went to his house in Shantipur, thinking that in this way I will just test his Lordhood and his love for me. Advaita Chitta Bhuja Bhare Shaktikar Jaha Shaktikaran Chaitanya. Who can understand the mind of Advaita Acharya? As a result of his devotion, the Lord was obligated to appear here. Then when Mahaprabhu was in Srivas Thakur's house, showing the Mahaprakash, and I mentioned it, he called for a Kaldavetra Shita, all the devotees, Murari Gupta, all the devotees were coming. Then he called Mahaprabhu, he called Srivas Thakur, and he called the younger brother of Srivas Thakur, Ramai. Cholaho Ramai, tumi Advaita Bash. Tashtane Kahagia Amar Prakash. Ramai, you go to the house of Advaita Acharya and you give him this order of mine. She Prabhu Tomar Ashe Hoile Prakash. That Prabhu who you prayed for has appeared. So Ramai, he didn't really know where Advaita Acharya's house was in Shantipur. There were no roads or anything there. He just kind of went off, and after receiving that order of Mahaprabhu, he just went off blindly. Somehow or other, he stumbled upon the house of Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya said to Ramai, as soon as Ramai approached his house in Chennai, Advaita Acharya said, I know why you have come here. You have come with instructions to take me to Navadip. And Ramai folded his hands and said, you already know everything, so please get ready and come with me. And then Advaita Acharya stood and said, tell me, Kon Shastre Bole Nadia Avatar. In which Shastra does it say that the Supreme Lord will appear in Nadia? And Ramai is simply is standing there saying, you know everything, please get ready and come. So then he asked, Advaita Acharya asked, why have you come here, Ramai? So Ramai said, I have come with a message, and this is the message. Would you like to hear what he said? That Supreme Personality for whom you wept so profusely, for whom you performed continuous worship, for whom you accepted vows of fasting and austerity, that Supreme Personality has now appeared to distribute love of God. and he has instructed you to come to him immediately. Please bring your wife with you, as well as all the Prabhu paraphernalia for his worship. Lord Nityananda Prabhu has also appeared, and he is none different from Lord Chaitanya. He is your life and soul. You know everything. What more can I say? What more can I do? And in this way, Anyalun, Bole Prabhu Apnar, I have bought him. Advaita Acharya is calling, I have bought him. In ecstasy after hearing this message from Ramai. So then they arranged everything, and then they came, and then in that way Advaita Acharya came and joined in with the associates of Mahaprabhu. And as mentioned, Lord Nityananda Prabhu had already arrived. Did I mention that? I told that Sunu Nityananda. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he was waiting for Mahaprabhu to begin the Sankirtan. He had come from Vrindavan. And then Ramai went Shandipur and gave Advaita Acharya the message, and in that way all of the members of the Panchatattva had gathered in Mayapur, and they began the Sankirtan movement. Panchatattva ki, Mahaprabhu ki, Sri Advaita Thakur ki. So tomorrow we will again meet together. Is that the plan? Tomorrow we'll hear some more. We'll go to the Chaitanya Mat, talk a little bit about some of the things there, and maybe we'll just go around there and take darshan and just do kirtan, go around, and then walk on the back road. I'll come, and then we'll go. There's a back road. We'll take back road, and we'll go to the house of Murari Gupta, and there we'll sit, and there we'll do some hearing about some of the pastimes that went on there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Ananda Gauri Vaishnava Vrindagi, Iskona Acharya Vrindagi, Sisinita Gauda Bhavanandi Hari Hari.